As July comes to a close, I wanted to recap everything that happened this month in the garden, everything that went well, everything I would like to improve upon for next year. One of the things that went really well, it was absolutely beautiful, is this hollyhock. I have numerous pictures of this beautiful plant, and I can't wait to see what it looks like next year. These are some little wildflower daisies that I just decided to let do their thing. The cucumbers started to bloom and produce fruit. Here's some more of the beautiful hollyhock. The dog did a lot of swimming in the creek, and we took quite a few walks along the water as well. Swimming is one of her favorite things to do, and we have been absolutely blessed having the creek in our backyard because we can just let her go and have a good time. It's amazing. This happened to be over 4th of July weekend, and another exciting thing that happened a couple days later, I had found some of the first beans that could be harvested. Here's some more hollyhock. I think most of my camera roll consists of this plant right now. Here's the first humble little harvest from Garden 2023. And the deer have not completely destroyed my bean plants or whatever happened to go through my beans and broccoli, because I am still getting some pretty nice beans off of these scraggly little plants. I've loved going out to the garden early in the morning and being able to hear all the pollinators buzzing around. I got to thinking, I was really excited about these being Tabasco peppers, because when I found them, they were quite a bit smaller like this. This might be a banana pepper plant and not a Tabasco pepper plant, which is still a win in my book. I feel a little bit silly not being able to tell the difference between a banana pepper and a Tabasco pepper, but my family didn't really eat a lot of peppers growing up, and it never really occurred to me that they may look different while they're growing. So that was definitely something something very simple, but something that I didn't know that I learned this year. This is not sponsored at all, but can I just say that the iPhone camera, I was able to get my phone upgraded just before summer started, and I went from an iPhone 8 to, I think this is an iPhone Max something. My boyfriend would know better than I would, but I went from having a really outdated camera to having a really amazing camera. I have captured some beautiful pictures this summer, and I feel like it's only beginning, and I just needed to say I am so pleased with the camera quality of Apple. I also feel like I may have harvested some of my banana peppers a little too early. This was earlier in July, and I feel like they really aren't starting to change color and look a little bit more ripe and ready for the picking just up until kind of this last week. Fruity. Oh my god. So I had planted more radishes and lettuce seed, which I think all of these little guys are lettuce. I just kind of sprinkled all the seeds throughout. After I had harvested all of the radishes, I think it was June 5th or so. So I planted them replanted the emptiness of this bed the same day. So now the cucumbers have absolutely exploded out here. I'm tempted to sacrifice some of the plants because now, not so much on this side of the bed, but this side of the bed, there's cucumbers, which is awesome. I wouldn't sacrifice the producing vines. If there's any that don't have any cucumbers yet, I might take those. But you can see all of these little sprouts. This is like a month past when I planted them, and now they're just starting to germinate and sprout and possibly grow into something.
Spoiler alert, the radishes did not really do much. Today is July 31st, and I harvested the only radish that really grew out of the second planting of seeds that I did, and none of those lettuce sprouts did anything. Even though I feel like I've been seeing a lot of pollinators and bees and bugs out in the garden, I feel like some of my plants are not pollinating as well, so that's definitely something I want to try and work on for next year. I want to try not starting my seeds so early. I want to try more flowers next year, along with a few new varieties of fruits and vegetables. Really want to work on my squash next year. I think that's what I'm having the most difficulty with, and that's where I feel like I'm seeing all of the bees. The first few sunflower blooms came in, which was really exciting for me, even though this variety of sunflower was the mammoth sunflower, and they're not that tall, and the heads of the sunflowers are not that big. I love them out there. They look absolutely stunning, and I'm super happy with how they turned out. It's just not what I thought I planted. Another fun thing out in the garden was the multicolor carrot that I planted. This was a seed packet. It was like $1.89 or something like that at Farm and Fleet. There were quite a few humble little harvests that happened throughout the month of July, and I feel absolutely blessed that my hard work is now coming full circle. It is such a reward to be able to pick the fruits and vegetables that I have put so much time into growing. And with a happy heart, July comes to an end. See you next month.